On Tuesday, April 16th, a committee of New York Assembly lawmakers approved a bill to legalise marijuana for medical needs. If the bill should eventually pass into law, New York State would join several other US states where doctors are certified to authorise marijuana use for patients with serious medical conditions. This week on BTR Pulse, we ask people in New York their thoughts on making medical marijuana available and whether there are benefits in legalising marijuana for recreational use. Do you think that medical marijuana should be available?
Yeah, of course. If people find that it's helpful to them with whatever ailment that they're dealing with, they think it's the most effective thing, then I think they should have access to it.
As somebody who had a parent with cancer, just dealing with like the pain and feeling better, whereas like regular drugs didn't work, and it doesn't hurt anybody. So
it's been studied and it's a safe drug.
But like everything else, if people abuse it, it could be bad,
Why do you think that marijuana has such a negative stigma, unlike alcohol and mild prescription drugs?
I think maybe there's more money in prescription drugs and alcohol, perhaps. There's a better lobby for it. Whereas marijuana, maybe it's a less desirable element that are making more money from it.
I think it's just a cultural phenomenon. Maybe it grew out of counterculture or something like that.
I think it's pretty easy to stereotype marijuana as being a really negative drug when you have a certain type of subculture that find a way to use it all the time. But in all honesty, like the number of people that use it and the number of backgrounds of the people that use it is so varied that it doesn't really make a huge difference either way.
I suppose it's been characterized as the stepping stone to other things that are illegal and far more addictive.
But, alcohol is a drug too, just the same way as marijuana and many other drugs.
I think it's grown from the earth, and I think all God's creations are good, but if you abuse it, it can be a bad thing, So you got a lot of young people that might be using it for the wrong reasons or in excess, It turns out to be a bad thing for everybody.
What do you think the benefits would be in legalising non-medical marijuana?
cut down on crime, tax revenue.
The fact that it can't be taxed right now is the reason that there's so much commotion about this, but I think it'll be something that you can go in the store and get or whatever, and I think it'll be not such a big deal. To me, it would be like going in to buy a beer or getting, some Hennessy or something.
I suppose just having better access to who's selling and buying the drugs, they can keep a better record of it and I guess in their minds try to keep the community safer from it.
It would change the prison system, take a lot of people out of jail.
It would definitely benefit to some degree, part of the economy, part of the, the agriculture industry. It could be a positive thing, I think.
I don't think there would be any benefits. I would prefer it not to be legalized for general use. Because if it's so that it would lead to other things, then I think it would be another concern for parents that are trying to keep their child on the right path.
It has to be up to the person to not abuse it. I think it's just all about every drug, it's all in moderation.
Do you think that people are always going to be addicted to something regardless of if it's legal or not legal?
I think yes.